processing, because that felt really major to me. You know, we talked about it being a standard event, but this environment was really cool. As someone who's also just a sports fan in general, right? Like going to SEC football games and sitting in the bleachers at Cubs games, you watch as a competitive athlete and you think, wow, I want to experience that, right? You know, I've had the nerves, I've bowled for big things, and we've had cool crowds and centers, but nothing that compares to this. And this to me felt like the thing that I've been dreaming about for bowling. You know, to have all those fans surrounding you and screaming and yelling, and it just felt massive. Yesterday during practice, I'm like, dang it, this lane's like, that's gonna be the one.
So the Turkey 43-pin lead. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, so she's using it with speed.
That was my trouble in the last match. I just made a ball change that, you know, looked a little better. My game plan is always to hit the 1-3 and just find a way to try to get it to go through the pocket just a little better. You know, and once she split, I felt like I had a little breathing room to, you know, take the time to try to figure out what was happening. But I knew if I got through that match, that ball was not going to make the cut for the next one, no matter what. And so fortunately, I was able to do just enough to get through the Verity match to give myself that chance.
She go by 33.
Yes.
Just what she wanted. Crushes the 1-3.
Until I'm mathematically like the winner or out, like I mean, we talked about this at the Queens with Jane, like I never feel like, you know, I've got it locked up. So, you know, I was trying to keep my process the same and hit the 1-3, and then the last 2 frames, it was just taking a second to soak it all in. Being here all week was really humbling. You know, you've met her, she's very direct, she says what she thinks. And so all week she would tell me like, Mommy, you were good, or Mommy, that was not good. You know, you could be better. So in some ways it kept me really grounded. And, you know, it kept life the same. You know, there were at least 2 different moments during the week where 90 seconds before practice started, she was like, Mommy, I have to potty. And, you know, Kyle was off, he was working remote. So I had mommy duties 90 seconds before, you know, the lights came on. And so in a lot of ways that kept my mind clear and in some ways focused on the task at hand. You know, for 90 seconds I had to take her, and then when I came back, I was ready to do my thing. And so I do think it was really helpful. I owe so much to Vanderbilt. You know, it's where I went to college. They gave me my first job. They gave me a job when I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do. And then, you know, now they've allowed me to not only coach and chase my dreams in that realm and help girls chase their dreams, but also to still do this. And so anytime I can, you know, bring light to that, it feels really special, and it feels like a good day. Every bowler dreams of winning a US Open and doing the hard thing, and that one's up there, but you don't get this opportunity. You know, every year I get to bowl the US Open, but this one is like, this was it for now. Hopefully we get more opportunities like this, but this is the one I knew about. And so it's right up there. I started to get teary-eyed in that moment, you know, because I've always just done this for me, but it's cool because I've sat in those kids' seats. You know, I bowled junior gold from 2000 to 2010. So it's been a while, but I remember what it was like sitting up there. And so to have all those kids who are about to have the biggest week of their year sitting here to cheer us on and to feel that, it was cool.
If you like that video and want to see more, hit subscribe. We post new content like this every week.